Jelly Beans. This is Jewelry Jelly here with Isabel and George Washing Machine, and we are getting right back into Wytchwood. It is Monday night. I hope you all had your week get off to a great start. I didn't. I spent probably more than enough time that I needed at the pharmacy trying to figure out a snafu with my prescription. Hello, Dr. Zadium. So the thing is that when last year we switched my day job switched their HR providers, but we still had the same health plan. So it was just a matter of, okay, here are your new cards. Hello, Private Maverick. And apparently they didn't get the memo of the fact that I only have one health plan. I don't have a secondary one. So they finally got the memo. Let's hope that I don't run into this issue the next time I have to refill. But other than that, spent a fairly uneventful weekend. We watched AEW last night for the pay-per-view. Unfortunately, since it was a Sunday night, I had to go to bed early, and apparently I missed some really good stuff. But anyway, so the next thing that we are going to be doing is we are going to be finding the very last soul that we need to go after, and that would be the hawk. So where is this hawk, I wonder? At least we're in the right place. But I don't recall seeing any place hawkish, really. So I guess we still have to do a lot of exploring. And of course, always be gathering. So, other than that, I recently signed up for one of those new shop-at-home clothing services where they have personal stylists pick out clothing that they think suits you and send it over. And, well, it was okay for the first bag. There were only 2 things that I really wanted, and I have to send the rest back. Which is a shame because I gave them my sizing and everything, and some of the things that they had were too small for me. Well, the funny thing is that, like, everything was this one no-name brand that seemed kind of mass-produced. So it just seemed kind of expensive for what it was. Nothing against it. I mean, I got some pretty nice stuff out of it. But then again, I'm used to going clothing shopping at some of the fast fashion places, and I just make it last by taking good care of it. Aw, Gurgles at you gleefully. Okay, we're at the bandit camp. music at least is very nice and relaxing. Oh there, ma'am. Hope you don't have business that way. The mill's in a spot of trouble. The mill, you say? Aye, so I do. I was just about to drop off my wheat to the nice couple that works there, but when I heard the ruckus I thought it best to wait here. What ruckus? Are they beset by bandits? Worse, a businessman. The Hawk is the land baron that owns most of the property round these parts. I saw him banging on the mill's door with a greedy look in his eyes. Trust me, it's best to lay low until the storm blows over unless you want to end up penniless. Tisk. I have little use for coin, therefore nothing to lose. Perhaps I ought to see what the fuss is about. Alright, so we now have a hawk. So we have to investigate the impasse at the mill. By decree of the local bylaw, you must come out. Any who interfere with eviction of this property will face full legal consequences for obstruction of justice. Oh my god, it's evil Remus Corbeau! As the stately tycoon hammers on the mill door, a pair of shaking voices call out from the nearby window. But please, Master Hawk, we just needed a little more time. You've had ample opportunity to renegotiate our contract at the Civic Hall. This is no time for excuses. Now, open this door at once. Oops. Oh, phew. It was empty. Pah, more miserable contracts. Drop the pretenses, Hawk. You're nothing more than a crook in fancy clothes. Excuse me, but this business does not concern you, madam. Take your snide remarks and be off. I'll determine what business earns my concern, thank you very much. I'd like to hear the other side of the story for myself. Well, if they insist on remaining locked inside, then I shall depart. But if I do not receive my payment at the bank soon, even a locked door won't stand in my way. The Hawk steps smartly around you, and off down the road back to the village, leaving a trail of dust in his wake. These poor millers are still too shaken up to come out. I'll have to get in round the back somehow. There's a changeling there. Ah, a hidden hatch. Hello, MJD82. How did you get in here? Did the Hawk send you? We don't have anything left to give, we swear. Relax. I'm no thug. It seems like you two are caught between a rock and a bureaucrat. Just how did you get into such a pickle? What's to tell? The Hawk is our landlord, and we work this mill for him. We've always been on time with our payments, never missed them once. But that greedy tyrant has been steadily hiking up the cost. We've barely been able to feed ourselves and pay our dues, but we always managed to scrape by. Then, this last month, he raised the rent again, and what's worse, someone broke in during the night and cracked our millstone. If we can't grind flour, we'll never be able to get the money, and now he says if we can't pay, he'll evict us. Awfully suspicious that your millstone was damaged right as the rent increased, almost like he wants to get rid of you. We've explained the situation to him, but that man only has eyes for gold. Not a kernel of kindness resides in his heart. Well, let me take a look at that grinder of yours. A broken mill isn't much good to anyone, regardless of who owns it. Really? You'd do that for us? If the millstone was repaired, we just might be able to make enough flour before the deadline. Alright, so we have to investigate the millstone. You inspect the granite millstone and run your fingers along the wide crack that has rendered the device dysfunctional. Just as I thought. This appears to have been done on purpose. The heavy stone could be coaxed back together, but it will require strong bonding magic. So a restorative idol, a snag vine, and a cobblestone. So let's see. The restorative idol, we need... Okay, so we need a couple of these. And we need one of these. So we need... Alright, so we need a... Alright, so we need to go to the swamp. Well, actually, I don't think we need to. Okay, so we need to... Okay, so we need to make another snag find though, so we do need to leave. So we have to go back to... We have to go back to the swamp to get ourselves another skeeter snoot. Alright, heading back to the swamp. Alright, 2 at once. Okay, now we've got our snag vines, so we are gonna go back to the fields and get ourselves a pumpkin moon. Alright, that's all we need. Okay, restorative idol crafting time. And there we are. Alright, time to head back to the mill. Let's fix this millstone. Restorative idol. You place the idol atop the old millstone. The vines wind their way neatly into the crack of the millstone, beginning to seal it anew. The cobblestones clunk down on the face of the millstone. An ominous creaking sound fills the mill as the grindstone begins to shift and warp. Then, with a bang like thunder, the crack on the stone snaps closed. The couple marvel at the millstone, running their hands over the smooth surface. It's been fixed! It's been fixed! The stone should be more durable than ever. I dare say it might even hold up to any future attempts of sabotage. Oh my, what a wonder! If it's all the same to you, we need to get our grain processed right away. The hawk has no patience when it comes to money. He'll already be back at the bank putting through the paperwork. I ought to talk to some sense in that penny-pinching buzzard. If I go now, I'm sure I'll intercept him at his office. Alright, so now we have to go to the village bank. Right, going into the village. Oh, excuse me. Ah, there's the bank. You don't have an account here, ma'am. You don't have an account here, ma'am. As snooty as they come. A bank guard, and placed to keep folks away from their money. Oh, what is that? A treasure map. You conniving knave! I know you sabotaged those poor millers' grindstone. So what if I did? The property value has gone up, and they can't afford the rent. It's up to me to find someone else who can. Fa, people like you will never be satisfied. You'll always want more and more. Tell me, Master Hawk, what in this world would sate your hunger for gold? Simple. The rumpling would. The whatling? The rumpling, a precocious fey alchemist. They say he's in possession of an alchemist's stone that can turn whatever it touches into gold. If the legends are to be believed, the one to catch the rumpling would be paid his weight in gold. Then why not put your mind to catching the rumpling instead of harassing your poor tenants? Oh, believe me, I've tried, but he's a crafty fellow. I've only ever gotten my hands on a single clue, and I've got that locked up tight in my vault. Seems like you're robbing the world of an opportunity just because you can't find this rumpling fellow no one else can. You eye the nearby bank vault suspiciously. The single guard looks simple enough to bypass. Okay, so we have a guard. The weakness is glamour. So what is glamour? So glamour, we need a mimic's toe, a totemic moondrop, and a foggy perfume. What is in a foggy perfume? A smoke pellet, witch spice, and ghosty ectoplasm. Okay, so we'll craft one of those. We'll craft 2 of these. And we'll craft 1 of these. And then we'll craft, let's see, we need a mimic's toe, and in order to get that, we will need a ghostly skull, and in order to get that, we will need some spirit salts, and in order to get that, we will need some unveiling powder, and in order to get the, you know the drill. And also, it looks as if we have pretty much filled up our spells with 1 left. Alright, so we are headed out to the graveyard next. Oh, darn it! I missed. Alright. Better make myself a mending poultice before I forget. And now I just need to find myself a mimic. There we are. Nope, that's not a mimic. Now that is a mimic.